Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and in this video, Bitcoin is finally breaking above 50,000 US dollars. Just yesterday, Bitcoin broke above 50,000, but it made a quick wick and came straight back down again. But right now, as of recording this video, Bitcoin is breaking through the $50,000 resistance level, and it looks to be making some solid progress because Bitcoin's already made it up to 51,000 US dollars, which is absolutely insane. In just a moment in this video, I'll be telling you my exact Bitcoin price targets for this breakout, and I'll be telling you whether or not you should be buying, selling, or just holding Bitcoin at this moment in time. Also, later in this video, I will be covering Ethereum as I always do on this channel, but Ethereum isn't really doing that much, at least compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is stealing the show right now, and that's where I'll start off in this video. So if all of that sounds good to you, then please make sure to just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my future videos. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so if you could just spend a couple seconds to click like and subscribe, it seriously helps out the channel so much, and I really appreciate all of your support on the channel recently. And obviously make sure you're watching this entire video all the way through so you're not missing any of this valuable information that I'm about to tell you guys. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 1 hour chart, and as of recording this video right now, Bitcoin is well above 50,000. It's at about 50,700 right now at the time of recording this video. Once again, because of how volatile Bitcoin is at the moment, by the time you're watching this video, Bitcoin could be at a completely different price. But the important thing is that Bitcoin is now above 50,000. That's definitely the level to pay attention to the downside now. Now, we didn't actually see a lot of volume come through on this breakout. So just zooming out to the 2 hour chart, as you can see here, the volume's still growing on this candle. At the time of filming this video, this candle's got about 22 minutes to go until it closes. So yeah, once again, we haven't seen that much volume. So that's a sign to be cautious for this breakout, because we could definitely see another situation like this. But in that being said, I will be paying attention to the candle close. If we actually close the candle above 50,000 US dollars, the more candle closes that we get above that level, the more confirmation that we get that the breakout is actually real. Like for example, back here, we never actually closed above the $50,000 level. We went up, but we went straight back down, and we closed way down here. And that will help confirm that the breakout is a real breakout and not just another fake out like what we had here yesterday. And the last method that I use to determine if a breakout is real or fake is to look for a retest of the resistance as new support. So not always, but very often this is the case where Bitcoin will break above a resistance level. It will come back down to retest that level. And if it confirms that level as support and gets a bounce off that level to continue to head higher, then that is a way that you can confirm that the breakout is real. So as of right now, this hasn't really happened because this breakout has only just really occurred. So that's another thing I'll be paying attention to as well. If you see Bitcoin come back down to 50,000, that is not a bad thing. If anything, that's good for as long as that we hold the $50,000 level. And once again, I'll be looking at the volume. So they're the major things that you have to keep an eye on to determine if this breakout is real. Now, if this breakout is a real breakout above 50,000 US dollars, which so far it's looking like it is, just drawing out the Fibonacci retracement tool on the last retracement that we had just here, the first immediate level of resistance could potentially be coming in at around 52,000 US dollars. That's because that's the next big Fibonacci level to the upside, the 1618 Fibonacci level. And once again, this is coming in at around 52,000 US dollars. So we could see a bit of resistance around those areas. But honestly, I'll be more closely looking at this level just here. This level up here is the $54,000 level. And the reason why I put that on the chart is because when one Bitcoin equals 54,000 US dollars, that's when the market cap of Bitcoin equals 1 trillion US dollars. So when Bitcoin reaches these prices just up here, Bitcoin will be officially a $1 trillion asset, which is absolutely insane. And once again, because of how important that level is, we could definitely see some resistance at around that level. But honestly, if this breakout is really a proper breakout above 50,000, just zooming out a little bit here, to be quite honest with you, I would be targeting closer to the $60,000 area before our next potential cool off. The reason for this is the fact that Bitcoin has been trading kind of sideways, but slightly to the upside just here in the short term. Over the past couple weeks, it's been in this pattern just here. And now this pattern just here is called a rising wedge. And believe it or not, this pattern is actually a bearish pattern. But in saying that, this pattern can still break to the upside. The chances of this pattern breaking to the upside is about 30%. So even though it is technically more of a bearish pattern, there's definitely times where this pattern breaks to the upside. And this pattern could be one of those times where it's basically a 3 in 10 chance of it breaking to the upside. And to measure the target of this breakout, it's a simple AB equals CD breakout. So we take this line just here, which is the AB line. And if we drag this line over to the point of the breakout, as you can see here, that puts us right up here as our next target. And this price level way up here is coming in at pretty much exactly $60,000 per Bitcoin, which is absolutely insane. And I would not be surprised if Bitcoin gets there within the next few weeks or months, because you have to remember when Bitcoin broke its last absolutely massive level of resistance, that was the $20,000 level back at the end of 2020. And when Bitcoin broke the $20,000 level, within just a few weeks, it shot straight to $40,000. So Bitcoin could definitely reach $60,000 within the next few weeks or the next month or so. And honestly, that is kind of the price range that I'll be targeting during March. During next month, I'll be looking at around $60,000 next month. So with that being said, should you be buying at these prices? Should you be selling or just holding? And I myself, I'm not buying or selling anything at the moment. I'm simply just holding all of my crypto investments at the moment. But in that being said, if you're in, say, a leverage trade, for example, then I definitely would be taking profits along the way up. But if you're just holding some Bitcoin in a wallet, then yeah, I'll definitely not be selling at these prices, because Bitcoin will most likely double, if not triple, this year. And if you've kind of missed out on buying into Bitcoin over these last few weeks, as Bitcoin's been in this massive correction, as you can see just here, once again, I was making videos way down here when Bitcoin was at 30,000, telling you all to buy Bitcoin. I was telling you that Bitcoin was bottoming out down at 30,000. But I mean, for all of the new audience on the channel, because of how fast this channel's been growing, a lot of you obviously weren't on the channel when I was making those videos down there. So if you've just found the channel kind of recently just here, and you're asking the question whether or not to buy Bitcoin at these prices because you've kind of missed out on the lower prices, what I would be doing, especially if I was a beginner, would simply just be to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Once again, my end of year targets for Bitcoin are well into the 6-figure range per Bitcoin. So obviously, if Bitcoin will be hitting 6 figures, that's at least another double in the price from here. And you can't really go wrong with dollar cost averaging. Say for example, you have just $1,000 to invest. You maybe buy $100 to $200 worth right now. So then if Bitcoin continues to just shoot to the upside, you are actually making profits on that bit of Bitcoin that you own. But because you haven't gone all in, if in the chance that Bitcoin does come back down, you will still have some cash left over to buy some Bitcoin at some cheaper prices. So once again, that's the strategy that I would be using, especially if I haven't bought into Bitcoin already. So yeah, those are currently my support and resistance levels to watch out for, and those are my exact Bitcoin price targets that I've just told you. And now let's hop into the Ethereum chart. All right, now here we are on the Ethereum US dollar chart. We're on the 2-hour chart, and as you can see here, Ethereum hasn't really done all that much over the past couple of weeks. I mean, over the last week, Ethereum's basically just turned into a stable coin at this point. And I know that this has annoyed a lot of you guys that have been invested into Ethereum, but what you have to remember when it comes to Ethereum and Bitcoin in particular is that these two top cryptos tend to work in opposites to each other. So basically what tends to happen is Ethereum has its big pump to the upside, and then it starts to cool off, and then Ethereum has its big pump to the upside, and then Ethereum starts to cool off while Bitcoin starts pumping again. And so because Bitcoin's obviously been pumping over the past, week or so, basically ever since Tesla announced that big $1.5 billion buy into Bitcoin, Bitcoin's obviously jumped from the mid $40,000 range up to well above the $50,000 level once again. And while that's been happening in Bitcoin, Ethereum has been consolidating while Bitcoin has been stealing the show. So basically, I'll be keeping an eye on Bitcoin to pretty much determine what Ethereum will be doing next. When Bitcoin finally finds some resistance to the upside and starts consolidating sideways again, that's when Ethereum will start having its big moves to the upside. But with that being said, Ethereum has found some short-term support just here, and it has actually formed this small W pattern in the short term, which is an extremely bullish pattern for Ethereum. Once again, this is only really on the 2-hour chart, but this is still really good news because Ethereum is looking really bullish at the moment. Obviously, it's been quite neutral, but because of how bullish Bitcoin is, that tends to carry over to Ethereum once again. So I'm leaning definitely more on the bullish side than bearish side for Ethereum. And obviously, long term, I'm super bullish on Ethereum. But yeah, once again, Ethereum has formed this small W pattern and it's breaking to the upside. It's broke above this neckline just here. So my targets in the immediate short term will be up at these levels just here. That's because of these previous highs that we had just here. That's coming in at around 1830 US dollars. And above that, I will simply be targeting the all-time high for Ethereum as our next point of resistance. And that's coming in at around 1875 US dollars per Ethereum. And now just zooming out to the 4-hour chart, as you can see, Ethereum also kind of formed this bigger W pattern on the 4-hour chart. As you can see, Ethereum came back down here. It bounced off this line, came up, it bounced, and it's kind of forming the final bit of this W pattern. So yeah, if we do get above around 1840 US dollars per Ethereum, that's kind of the breakout point for Ethereum to the upside for this W pattern. And if that happens, then we'll definitely be heading at least to the all-time high at 1875. And once again, I'll be paying attention to the volume to determine if this is a real breakout or just a fake out. And if that happens, if Ethereum does break above 1875, then I would immediately be targeting the $2,000 range for Ethereum. And honestly, just from observing the charts at the moment and looking at how Ethereum's been performing over this last bull cycle, there's a good chance Ethereum will be above 2,000 US dollars before the end of this month, before the end of February. But yeah, that's just about it for Ethereum. There's really not that much going on at the moment in Ethereum. Once again, Bitcoin's stealing the show. I'll just hop back over to the Bitcoin chart, as you can see here. And wow, since the start of this recording to right now, Bitcoin's already pumped another $700 to the upside. Right now, it's at 51,200, which is once again absolutely insane. And yeah, it's just constantly breaking into new all-time highs. There's a very good chance that this is the breakout. This is the proper breakout above 50,000, considering how high we're going this time round. But yeah, that's just about all I have to say for the video. If you enjoyed, then please make sure to leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos on the channel. And if you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I try and read and reply to every single one of my comments on these videos, so just yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you once again. But just be careful because sometimes there can be some scammers down in the comment section, so if you get someone contacting you with like a phone number, an email, or a telegram, please do not contact any of those comments that you see down in the comment section because there are a lot of scammers down there. So yeah, just a word of warning for all of you out there. But yeah, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed and I'll see you all in the next video.